Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, and I'm excited to be in my craft room stamping with you today. So I'm just getting this set up on Facebook. Come on. Please tell me that we're live on Facebook. What is going on? There it is. Ooh. Okay, I just have to share this to my group and then we'll get busy. VIP and go. All right. Whew. Now, I'm going to go back over to StreamYard. There we Hello, Connie, Janet. Hi, how's everybody? Whew. It's been a bit of a rush here because we've got a grandchild over. Hi, Holly. And yeah, I kind of fell asleep after dinner. Oops. You know how it goes. Anyways, I'm here now and we're ready to go. Okay, so did everybody have a good weekend? How's the weather where you are? We had terrible weather, but it was okay because I was inside. I was busy on the online all weekend doing Stampin' Up! Stuff. And then yesterday, Father's Day, yeah, we had a fire and a barbecue and it was good. Okay, so I'm going to switch around, have you look at, okay, hang on a sec. It's not, I gotta move my camera just a tad. There we go, got it now. Because I have to plug my phone in, and if I don't get this thing in exactly the right position, the cord's not long enough. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you some cards I got, and I don't remember if I've showed these before or not. So this one is from, it's from a fellow demonstrator on Vancouver Island. Look at that, Arvon. Isn't that lovely? I like it. Like how she's used all those leaves. And it's got a little tiny bumblebee right down there in the bottom. Okay. I'm sure hope that this is still going because I don't know, it seems kind of weird. There we go. It is. All right. And then this one I got from Yvonne. Isn't that great? I miss this die. I used to use that die a lot. And then she used some of the flowers on there as well. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Yvonne. And this one's from Valerie. I think it's ranunculus, if I do recognize. I don't know. Because, look how she's used a die cut for the sentiment. That's ingenious. I think it's the ranunculus. I didn't get it, so I don't really know. And then this one has the butterflies on it. So thank you, ladies. I couldn't remember if I had showed those or not because I didn't move them from my going to show pile over to my already showed pile. And don't let me forget. I'm going to take my note and I'm going to put it on my computer because I have 4 draws that I have to do tonight for Share It Saturdays because I have been remiss. So is anybody going to, I don't remember, did I share the recipe on the card that I'm going to make tonight? I don't remember. It's it's so cute. Look at that little piggy. You just love it. And then it just kind of tucks underneath the sentiment there to close it. I don't know what this is called. And I don't know where I saw it. But I thought, well, this will be fun to do. And maybe I'll use this layout in one of my new cards. I was playing today with the new Splendid Thoughts bundle from the catalog that's coming out the 1st of July. Oh my God, it's so pretty. I had fun. Hey, Sharon. Okay, so there we go. That's the card we're going to make tonight. using, oh, I got everything except the stamp set. Holy Hannah. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lordy. I was rushing and apparently hello, Wendy. Apparently I forgot completely to get the stamp set out. I got the dies. I got everything else but the stamp set. So hang on. This little piggy says happy birthday. And this one for the front. And this one for the inside. And the butterfly. And sweet songbird. Oh, one more stamp set. Hang on. And sweet songbird for the flowers. Okay. Whew. Apparently I should have not fallen asleep when I did. You know, one of these days I should, before I fall asleep, I should tell my family when to wake me up. I got her. Okay, now I just have to get the flower out of here. There, we're ready to go. Okay, now I can tell you what I'm using. So the stamp sets that I'm using is this little piggy and sweet songbirds. And in behind on this flap, can you see the embossing there? See the embossing? That's one of the new elegant eucalyptus embossing folders. Now, there's two of them that you get. One is, there we go. One is flowers or leaves coming up from the bottom, and the other one is a spray of flowers, like that. So I'm going to be using this one, the one that has the flowers coming up from the bottom on the flap. And then layering circles and stylish shapes. So let's get the... So nobody said anything. Did you have a good weekend? Were you busy doing stuff? The weather wasn't very good. I know that. Eat that one. Well, yesterday wasn't bad though for Father's Day. It was okay. We managed to spend some time outside dog sitting. Oh, that's interesting. There's the other one. Whoops, sorry, I hit my camera. I hate that. I hate when you're watching a video and all of a sudden it starts to shake. It's like there's a thunderstorm or something, so I apologize. Oh, Holly, right, you went to Powell River. How was Powell River? We're going next week. We've sold our cabin, so we have to go over there and start cleaning things out. Today was beautiful, Janet. I had to go out and do some stuff, and I was sitting in my house with my sweater on, and I poked my head out, and I decided that I had better stop wearing my sweater and put something else on because it was warm outside. Oh, good. Good, Holly. I love Powell River. Oh, man. I could have lived there happily for the rest of my life. But Macmillan Blodell, which it was at that time, decided that it was going to lay my hubby off, so we had to move north. Okay, Blackberry Bliss, 11 by 4 1/4, and then you cut off 2 1/4. Then you take that 2 1/4 piece and you score it at a 1/2 inch. So that's what the flap is. So you're not wasting anything. You're using the piece that you cut off. And then I have white for the inside and a piece of white 3x4 to do the circle. And then a piece of petal pink 3¼ by 3¼ and that's going to be for that die cut. And then this is some Design a Daydream designer paper. So you need to tell me which side of the designer paper I should be using on here. So it's going to go on this side. So I use that side there. Or do you want me to use this side? And we can decide that while I'm doing the rest of them. So make sure you put your vote in of what you're going to, or which designer paper you think I should use. Okay. And then, of course, an envelope. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I'm using my favorite color, Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to stamp the piggy on this piece that I'm going to wild side. Janet wants the wild side. There we go. And on the inside piece, I'm going to stamp, hey Valerie, I'm going to stamp half of the other piggy on here. Because it's so big, I didn't want the whole thing. So I thought, well, you don't have to stamp the whole thing. Holly wants the wild side. So Valerie, we're voting on which side of the designer paper you want me to use. Hang on. I got to stamp this and then I'll show you. There we are. So on the front, I've used this designer paper. But this is what the other side of that piece of designer paper looks like. See, it's that on one side and it's wild on the other side, as Janet says. So do you want me to use the same side as I did here? Or do you want me to use that side of the designer paper? That's what we're voting on. Oh, Connie wants the wild side. You guys are living on the wild side. Okay. And where's my... Well, apparently I stamped that in the middle and I wasn't supposed to because now I don't have a piece for the sentiment. Uh-oh. Really, I am somewhat organized. Well, I don't know if you would call it organized for what I did when taking me out of my comfort zone. Oh, wild. Everybody wants wild. Valerie, Sharon, Wendy all want wild. Oh my gosh. So I ordered new catalogs and celebration brochures on the 1st of June so that I could get ready for my open houses and give to club members and stuff. And be darned if I didn't order French ones. Can you imagine all those French celebration brochures? So I had to reorder them and get the English ones in. So I'm cutting this out with one of the Stylish Shapes dies. It's the one of the stitched circles. So today I had to go and get them all out to my club members. It's really, Connie. Hello, Marlene. Oh, Marlene wants a wild side too. In 15 years, this is the first time I've ordered the wrong catalog. And thank goodness it wasn't the big ones. It was just the brochures, and they're relatively cheap. So I didn't have to spend too much money to replace them. And I ordered them and had them here when we came back from our trip up north. Okay, so that's that one. Now I just have to stamp a couple of butterflies on here. Yeah. We are bilingual, Janet, and it's, I don't know, there's only two numbers in the catalog that were different than in the English catalog because it's for the stamp sets that have words in them. But I didn't want anybody to order the wrong thing and then have to deal with it, so I just changed it. I got new ones. Now, I do believe it's this one I used for the sentiment. We may be a bilingual country, but my French has sadly gone away. It's not what it used to be. When I was in high school having French, we were taught by a French teacher who was a very brilliant person and had lots of titles to his name. And he used to drive a tank in the war, and he was Scottish. So we learned French with a Scottish accent. It was quite fun. Okay, I got to cut this one on there. One of the second to the largest scallop circle. And when we were in French, if we didn't want to do French that day, we just asked him a question about the war or a question about the origin of words, because he spoke like 5 or 6 languages and he could tell you the origin of any word, the Latin origin. He was Mr. Harkis. He was an amazing person. And of course, he was fun because we didn't have to do French if we didn't want to. It's amazing that I actually passed French. My girlfriend and I used to sit in French class, pass notes back and forth all the time. So I'm just using Wink of Stella here and reactivating the Blackberry Bliss ink for the flowers. I did try this for the pig, but it didn't look very good, so I didn't do it. There we go. At ADSS, we had a French teacher that was born in France. We were fortunate. Oh, nice. So you got the real thing. Okay. Petal pink. Yes, it's going to, this is dark petal pink. And I colored his nose and feet with Wink of Stella on the original one. I haven't done it yet, but I will. Yeah, I'm not good at other foreign languages. I'm really bad. I grew up with a family that spoke Italian. And I remember going to relatives' houses that did not speak English. And my sister and I used to just sit there and play with our dolls or whatever. We couldn't, it's not like we could keep up with the conversation. We had no idea. And I really regret not getting someone to teach me how to speak the language. My grandma could. My mother could it to a certain extent, but of course, back then, they didn't want to be speaking their native tongue. They wanted to be speaking English if they could. Okay, there we go. And light parakeet party for the leaves. There we go. Now tell me, I didn't color the butterflies. You see the butterflies? Do you want me to color them or shall we just leave them? I'm going to take crumb cake and a blending brush. Let's get my dirty paper here. I want to put some dirt in the dirt. You know, dirt in the dirt. So is everybody ready for, oh, Valerie wants them colored. Okay. Is everybody ready for free shipping tomorrow? It actually starts tonight at 11:01 p.m. our time. So if you're still up and you want to put your order in, then you can. And don't forget, if you're ordering through me, to use my host code, please. Okay, it's getting a little bit of color on the dirt. There we go. Wendy wants them colored too. Yellow, I'm thinking. Okay, so this piece, Janet wants them colored. This piece, I'm going to emboss. Now it's going to go this way, so I want the flowers going up. I'm going to put them in here. And I'm not going to emboss this part, just the rest of it. I just remembered I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I really hope that... Oh, it's down a bit, so I have lots of it. Hope nobody decides to phone me while I'm busy. There, okay. I'm going to run that through. Do a quick change in my machine here. Emboss that. Come on. Uh-oh. What's going on? Apparently I don't even have the right sandwich. Good night, Cameron. Okay. Running it through. There we go. Are you trying to... Oh. Oh, no. That was blonde. See what I did? They're upside down. Shoot. Well, I'm going to redo them. I'm going to redo them. We're going to see what it turns out like. It may work and it may not, but if it doesn't, oh well. That's life. Because apparently I'm supposed to be not doing this tonight. Ringa, I hate autocorrect too, but you know what? It makes life a lot easier. Well, that's kind of cool. Can you see? It looks like there's the stuff in the background as well as in the foreground. Huh. Sometimes you get happy accidents. Okay. How do you feel about yellow for the butterflies? Light Daffodil Delight. Tell me, does that work for you? Okay, so now, yes, says Janet. This is going on here like this. So I have to put adhesive on this strip. Like that. And then fold it over. And you can put this flap anywhere on there. Up or down or centered, whatever works for you. And I'm just going to put it wherever it falls. I got to line it up here. So I'm lining up. Oops. There we go. Come on. Oh, Connie says just Wink of Stella. So you want it to be the same color as the flowers. Because that's what I did with them. There. So I just lined that up with the very edge of the back of that card. And on the inside, all I colored was the cake. And I did that with Wink of Stella. So I'm going to start from the bottom this time and work and pull the color up. We have a lovely pink cake. I didn't want to color too much in here because there we go. I think I'll do the balloon. As soon as I'm going to do the butterflies, let's do a yellow balloon too. And I'll do yellow butterflies to match. There we are. Oh, might as well do the flame. Okay, where did my butterflies go? Here they are. Oh, thanks, Janet. Great minds think alike. Janet said to do the candle flame too. There we are. Oh, that looks good. Oh, might as well do the center of the flowers. There, we're done. We're done the coloring. Yay. Now, I'm going to add some flowers in petal pink. Add some flowers, because why not? Flowers are fun, right? Everybody needs flowers in their life. There we go. And I'm going to do a strip of, oh, I did them over in the top corner too, so that you could see them when the card was closed. I forgot. Let's just do that. There we go. Now we'll do some on the envelope. Run a string of them. Whoops. Uh-oh. I got mung on there. Has anybody got big plans for the week? What are you doing? I have an in-person class on Wednesday and a virtual class on Wednesday. No, it takes it off of the cardstock, but it doesn't take it off of, oh, maybe I'm just not pushing hard enough. Look at that. Oof, that is an amazing eraser. Okay, I'm doing my Happiness Abounds. Is that what it is? What I'm doing this week? I think so. I think so. Yep, Happiness Abounds class is on Wednesday. So if you signed up for that, it'll be 1 o'clock in person, 6:30 virtually. And I will get the Zoom link out tomorrow. Oh, that sounds exciting, Valerie, running a load of yard waste to the dump. Always used to be a highlight in our life when we lived in Kitimat. So I'm putting that on the inside, right over top of that thing there. When we lived in Kitimat, it was a highlight of the week going to the garbage dump. But that was back in the days when they let you rummage around. So that's what it's going to look like. Okay, put this on here like this. Then we'll put this on here like this. And then we'll put this on here to hold it closed. Yay! Yeah, I was always afraid when hubby said, I'm going to the dump. Because he would bring home more from the dump than he took. And then we had friends Oops, I ran out. There's my spare. We had friends and they decided to take over running of the dump. That was bad because they lived right across the street from us. So they aided and abetted Ted in his garbage dump habit. But when we lived north of Prince George, in a little community called Summit Lake, there was a community called McLeod Lake, and it was close to Mackenzie. So McLeod Lake and Mackenzie shared the same garbage dump. There was the coolest things because people were rich up there at that time. They had more money than they knew what to do with, I guess. And instead of fixing something, they just went and bought new. So people would go to the garbage dump and come home with all sorts of treasures. Lawnmowers and weed eaters and like not cheap little stuff. It was good stuff. Oh, was your dad the same, Val? My dad never did it. It was Ted. Okay, so I've got dimensionals on both ends and at the top because I'm going to tuck the corner in and I don't want that to interfere. So I've done that. This one is also going to be up on dimensionals. Just going to cut a few pieces. So do you guys think you'll give this fun fold a try? Make one and stick it in the Share It Saturday. Show me what you come up with this layout. Okay, first of all, I'm going to put this on before I put the piggy on because this, I need to have room to have it up in the corner like that. And I think right there. Yeah, that'll hold it closed. Maybe just angle this down just a tad. You have to get it so that there's enough of it to hold it closed. There we are. So that's what you do with that. And then, I don't remember whether I posted it, Wendy, but I will, while I'm finishing this, I'll tell you. Blackberry Bliss, 11 1/4 by 4. Then you score it at 5 1/2 as normal. And then you cut off 2 1/4 inches off of one end. And that's what this piece is. So this is the 2 1/4 that I cut off of here. And then you score this piece at 1/2 inch. That's it. This designer paper is 3 by 4. And this was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This was 3 by 4, which was supposed to be big enough to get that and that, but I kind of messed up and didn't leave enough room, so I had to get another piece for the sentiment there. So now this is going to go on here like this. So where's my piggy? Needs to go this way, and I don't want to put adhesive where it's going to close the card. So there we go. 4 1/4 by 11. What did I say? Did I not say that? Apparently I wasn't listening to myself. Yes, 4 1/4 by 11. Thanks, Janet. There's the card. Isn't that cute? Now, I am going to put I put iridescent pearls on this. But let me see. What shall I use? Is there any fine sparkle gems that will work? Sure, we can use those ones, right? They're kind of the same color. I like these. I've been dying to try them. They're just like the faceted, what are those things called? Hang on. The faceted gems, no. Elegant faceted gems. They're just like the elegant faceted gems, so they're flat, but they're faceted and they're shimmery and they're colored, which is even better. What color are they? I don't know. Let me get my catalog out that I can't show you, and I will tell you. Fine Sparkle Gems, they're called. And if you have your catalog, they're on page 43. And they belong to the gnomes. And I can't wait tomorrow is my gnome day. They are in Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Pacific Point, and Pool Party. So that's a great selection of colors. They'll go with almost anything. Thanks, Janet. I do like this layout. It's easy, but it's super cute. And when you give it to somebody, they're not going to say, "How did you do that?" and try to figure out how to open it, because, you know, it's not hard to open. It is sometimes when you send people these fancy fold cards, they sometimes don't have any idea how to open them. I'm trying to make enough room here because, and I like it with that wild designer paper. That looks really cool. What do you think? Which one do you like best? Do you like this one or the wild side? Interesting. Okay, I have to do the draws. I have 4 of them. So let me just do this while I get my thing open, my camera down. Got to unplug it. Okay, now hang on. Okay, there we go. So the first one is for May the 21st. I need a pencil so I can write down who wins. There we go. Oh, good, you guys. You guys are so fun. Okay, here we go. I am drawing for May the 21st, Share It Saturday. And our winner is Connie. Yay, Connie. Thank you for entering. I'll be shipping a card off to you. And this one is for May the 28th. Didn't have too many entries on this one, but that's okay. And the winner is Janet Laughlin. And the next one is June the 4th. Also only 3 entries in this one. You guys have to post your entries because you can't win without posting your cards. And Yvonne, congratulations, Yvonne. Yay! And the last one is for June the 11th. And here we go. Here we go. And Janet is the winner again. Yay! Okay, let me go up here, do this. There we are. We have winners. Congratulations, everybody. And thanks so much for sharing your cards with us. I love seeing what you're doing. Yeah, congratulations, everybody. And don't forget that if you don't enter, you can't win. It's nothing it's nothing exciting. A strip of embellishments or package of designer, like some cut up designer paper. And if you don't know how to share a picture of your creation, then just send it to me and I'll put it up for you. That's what Valerie does. She has issues getting the cards up, so she sends them to me and says, "This is for Share It Saturday," and the date, and I pop it in there for her. Takes me 2 seconds. All right. So don't forget, free shipping tomorrow. Save 11% on everything. You don't have anything to, are you still visiting your family, Connie? That's okay. When you get back and you start crafting again. Don't forget, free shipping tomorrow actually starts, well, it goes from midnight Mountain Time to 11:59 Mountain Time tomorrow. But if you live in the West Coast like I do, it starts at 11 o'clock tonight. So I don't have to stay up too late to get my orders in. And tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, my weekly update comes out, which has my newsletter for July in it. And I did calendars right up to the end of December. Now just note that things could change, but at least it'll give you an idea what's going on. And my July class is posted in there, which is, how soon I forget. I don't remember what it is. Hang on. Oh, cottage roll. Cottage roll. Yeah, it's cottage roll time. We're going to do cottage rose, which is part of the Abigail Rose suite. And that's in July. So don't forget that. So Connie, you just came back. That's okay. You've got stuff at home now. You can craft. All right. Does anybody have any questions about anything that's coming up? About free shipping or celebration starts on the 1st of July? There is some cute stuff. Hang on. Oh, there it is. My favorite thing. My favorite thing in celebration. Let me just do this so you can see my favorite thing in celebration. It's called Hippest Hippos. Look at this. Just look at how cute this stamp set is. And so you get this free with $60, and there's dies, and you get them free with $60. And I did my silhouette, so let me find those ones. There's the elephant dies, because I didn't know until I cut them out. No, not elephants. I like the elephants too, but I'm talking hippos here. The elephants are really super cute. Okay, so there's a boat with a propeller and a life ring, and there's an umbrella. There's glasses, there's a mask and a snorkel, and there's a tub, and there's drops of water, and there's a party hat, and then there's 3 different hippopotami to choose from, and then this is a wave. Isn't that adorable? I can't wait. I haven't had a chance to play with those yet, but I will. And that's in celebration. And that starts the 1st of July. Oh, what a good idea, Connie. It could be. Of course, I put it like it's a shower head instead of like it's a snorkel. You could put that as a shower head for the tub. I just don't think that I would use this part, because look at how teeny tiny those stars are. Wouldn't that be annoying to have to deal with that? but there's some flowers, there's some hearts. This I think is grass. Going to be fun to use. Snorkel is a great idea, and shower head is a great idea. I love it. I love it. And there's some really cute paper. There's all sorts of cute stuff. That's coming the 1st of July. And I've set the date for my catalog launch party. And it's going to be, hang on, till I find it. When am I doing my catalog launch party? Oh, apparently I didn't write it down in there. It's in my newsletter, though. See, here, you're going to get a sneak peek in my newsletter. We are doing the catalog launch party at some point. Oh, there it is. August the 2nd is going to be my catalog launch party. It's late because I want to have enough time to get the swaps that I'm participating in here so I can show them because I missed out last time. So there's info in my monthly newsletter. This is included in my weekly update. And of course, every week you get a free card tutorial. But there's a sneak peek of my Cottage Rose class. There's 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards. And if you're part of my tutorial, there's the 4th one. So they're all in there. And then all of this, of course. And the day we lose our cabin is the 15th of July. And I'm sad. I know it had to be done, but still sad. All right, ladies. Anybody got any questions? Anything I can help you with before I say goodbye? This thing is kind of in my face. So I'm just going to take that. There we go. Sound's on. Okay, you got sound? There we go. Sound's on. Oh. Okay, you got sound? Okay, got to turn that off. I see that you have sound. I hear that you have sound. Yeah. It's all in the settings. And when I turn my phone off, I forget that my sound is in my phone, not in my computer. Otherwise, Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you hung out with me till the end. I'll be back on Thursday. It's not going to be collaboration night. And I don't know what it is that I'm doing on Thursday night. Let me check. Then I can give you a sneak peek. Sneaky peeky. I don't even know what the date is. What's the date? Today is the 21st and Thursday is the 23rd. So let me go back. Oh, paper pumpkin. Paper pumpkin time on Thursday. So come back at 8 o'clock. I'll make one of each of the 3 cards, and then we'll go on and go rogue and do at least one alternative. So that'll be fun. Thursday night, 8 o'clock. See you then. Thanks so much, ladies. It's been a slice. Good night, Sharon. Good night, everybody. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.